where there's a river that runs through Glasgow, and it makes her, but it breaks her and takes her in two parts. And a current just like my blood flows down from the hills, round aching bones to my restless heart. Well, I would swim, but the river is so wide, and I'm scared I won't make it to the other side. Well, God knows I've failed, but He knows that I've tried. I long for something that's safe and warm, but all I have is all that is gone. I'm as helpless and as hopeless as a feather on the Clyde. Well, on one side all the lights glow, and the folks know and the kids go where the music and the drinking starts. On the other side where no cars go, up to the hills that stand alone like my restless heart. Well, I would swim, but the river is so wide, and I'm scared I won't make it to the other side. Well, God knows I've failed, but He knows that I've tried. Long for something that's safe and warm, but all I have is all that is gone. As helpless and as hopeless as a feather on the Clyde. Oh, no. Where the sun sets late in Glasgow, and the daylight in the city part, and I think of you in Glasgow, 'cause you're all that's safe, you're all that's warm in my Well, grey clouds wrapped round the town like elastic. Cars stood like toys made of Taiwanese plastic. The boy laughed at the spastic, dancing around in the rain. While laundrettes clean clothes, high heels rub toes. Puddles splashed huddles of bus stop crows, dressed in their suits and their boots, where they all look the same. I took myself down to the cafe to find all the boys lost in books and crackling vinyl, and carved out a poem above the urinal that read, don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. Life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. And And as the evening pulled the moon out of its packet, stars shone like buttons on an old man's jacket. We needed a nail, but we tacked it till it fell off the wall. Wild pigeons pecked drains, sparks flew like planes. The rain showed the rainbows in the oil stains. When we all had new iPhones, but no one had no one to call. And I stumbled down to the stomach of the town, where the widow takes memories to slowly drown. With her hand to the sky and a mist in her eyes, she said, don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. You know life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. Well, I'm sick of this town, this blind man's forage. You take your dreams down and they stick them in storage. You can have them back, son, when you paid off your mortgage and loans. Yeah, hell with this place, I go it my own way. I stick out my thumb, I trudge down the highway. Someday someone must be going my way home. Till then I'll make my bed from a disused car, with a mattress of leaves and a blanket of stars. And I stitch the words into my heart with a needle and thread. Don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. You know life is for living, so live it, or you're better off dead. Don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. You know life is for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. Got a pinch of tobacco in my pocket. I'm not gonna roll it, no, I'm not gonna smoke it till we're staring at the stars and the rockets twinkling in the silvery night. 2 sips of whiskey in the flask, but I'm not gonna drink 'em. I swear I'll make it last till we're drinking out of the same glass again. And though the sand may be washed by the sea, and the old will be lost in the new, well, 4 will not wait for 3, for 3 never waited for 2. And though you will not wait for me, I'll wait for you. Got a Polaroid picture in my wallet. I'm not gonna tear it, no, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's an unspoken heartbreak, a heartbroken handshake I take with me where I go. And 3 words on the tip of my tongue, not to be spoken or sung or whispered to anyone, till I scream 'em at the top of my lungs again. And though the sand may be washed by the sea, and the old will be lost in the new, well, 4 will not wait for 3, for 3 never waited for 2. And though you will not wait for me, I'll wait for you. Oh, oh. And oh, 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 oh. I'll wait for you. Oh, Lord. And oh, oh, oh. And I'll wait for you. Oh, no. Got a pinch of tobacco in my pocket. I'm not gonna roll it, no. I'm not gonna smoke it till we're staring at the stars and the rockets twinkling in the silvery night. Well, last night I couldn't sleep. I got up and started walking down to the end of my street and on into town. Well, I had no one to meet, and I had no taste for talking. Seems I'm talking my whole life. It's time I listen now. Well, I walk past the late night boys with their bottles in their doorways, and I walk past the businessmen sleeping like babies in their cars. And I thought to myself, oh son, you may be lost in more ways than one, but I've a feeling that it's more fun than knowing exactly where you are. Like a stone carried on the river, like a boat sailing on the sea, I'll keep on walking. Oh, I'll keep on walking till I find that old love. Oh, that old love comes to find me. Well, I walked into the morning and felt the warm sunlight forming on my shoulders, 'cause it hit me with no warning, like a summer sky storming in my lungs. Ain't it funny how the kids walk by, they do anything to make themselves look older, while the women spend their money on anything that makes them look young. And like a stone carried on the river, like a boat